Alright, so I mentioned that my trip odometer has stopped working. It won't reset, and it also makes a nasty clicking sound while I'm driving down the road. I replaced the gears in both that and the odometer probably about 10 years ago or so. They're known to disintegrate. So I gotta pull the cluster out and take a peek. Start just by pulling off the trim pieces. And you got a couple screws. There's your Torx head. Of course, everything's nice and brittle, so you gotta be real careful with this old stuff. You're not gonna find replacements. Screws up in there, up along the dash. You do the old pop off the headlight knob with a screwdriver. Push the spring, get that off. Trim piece there, and there's also you gotta take the top of the steering column off. There's a screw on each side, maybe two on this side. So I'll get the rest of this stuff out. The trickiest part is the this hose for this vent here. It's real hard and brittle. It's hard to get off. I think I've broken it in the past. I've had this out many a time before. So let me get everything out. I'll get back to you. Alright, I got the trim panel off. See, the cluster's held in by these 4 screws, 2 on each side. This connector here was actually a real pain. This is for the trunk switch. There's that hose. It wasn't even attached. It's just so hard and brittle. It's stuck in its permanent position. I do have to take off the knee panel because this is the cable for the gear selector. Loops around underneath the steering column. You see the string attached there, so I have to take off this bottom panel to disconnect it. So there's 2 bolts on either side hidden up in here, and then 2 more on either side down below. I don't remember if I have to take this cover off or not. Yeah, when we get to that, I'll refresh you. Alright, I got kick panel off. It's actually a 4th screw way in the back here. This is the mechanism here for your shift linkage. That would actually be how you would adjust it if your pointer didn't line up. Move that, and it'll adjust your shift indicator. So I need to get this little rope unhooked. Yeah, so I gotta get that loop over that notch there. I'll take a couple hands. Also, you have to unscrew this knob here for your steering wheel adjustment. And the bottom plate should fall off. And then I'll take the ignition out. Alright, bottom plate off. This little hole here, you can put the key in the ignition and turn it, and then you can push that and the ignition will slide out. If you unhook, get that cable unhooked, and then you just thread this down. It's tight quarters under here. Just turn that down until the whichever way. Get that all the way out, and then you can pull the loop through. And just be careful, because I don't even know if you can get these parts. And this will come out with the instrument cluster when you pull it. So, yeah, let me get the ignition out. Yeah, just use a punch, push up in that hole. That's what you're pushing on there. And then you can slide the ignition out. So, put the lever back in so I can tilt the steering wheel back down. Try to get this cover off. It's a little tight. Okay. Put the ignition back in because I need to move the gear shift. I think it's locked. No, it's not locked. Never mind. All right. So I'll get these 4 screws out, and it should come right out. All right, kind of pull it out, tilt it, pull the bottom out first, tilt it up, and then you can get to the, there's a couple connectors back there. Let's see. It's a gray and a black one on either side. So just pop those out, it should come out. Yeah, they're the connectors. And here's the back of the instrument cluster. See where the 2 connectors go. All the little light bulbs. I believe these are the motors that actually turn the odometer and trip odometer. Alright, let's get to the bench and take it apart. Alright, so it's been a while since I had this apart, so I don't remember exactly what the process was. Alright. Yeah, here's the odometer gear itself. That's what they look like. So, those look good. And that's the bottom of the trip odometer. Yeah, I have no idea how this mechanism is supposed to work. So, let's keep going. Alright, looking at this thing further, when you push the reset button, it pushes some levers. I don't know, it's hard to get. Some levers inside to push on some cams on each wheel, and that's what recenters it. So I put some dielectric grease on the cams, just a little bit down in there. See on those 4 black plastic pieces. Anyway, Put some grease on those, and then these pieces down at the bottom here seem to rub quite a bit on the metal there. So I'm thinking maybe it didn't reset all the way, and that's also why it was clicking. Seems to function normally. Now, I don't know. I didn't find anything obvious wrong with it. But let's put it back together. I don't use Here's the opposite end of the, that's how it works. Just a spring. Pull. That bulb missing was my airbag light. Yeah, you can see the row of lights. That's pretty cool. You can get them to light up. Move the light behind them. Yeah, I couldn't get the airbag system working. I don't know if I'd rely on a 30-year-old airbag to work anyway. So I had to, you take out the bulb, and then the airbag module starts, it just has this constant, I don't know if it was a buzz or just a chime screaming at you. So I had to disconnect the module also. Alright. Figured to give you an overview of the reassembly. seems to look alright. I guess I'll probably let you know in a future video how it worked out. Hopefully it doesn't make any noise and I just won't touch it.